Alright, so here's the plan. I don't know if Portal's going to be close enough. How many portals do I have? Could I shoot through multiple portals? I have 2. Ooh, it is... Okay. I could bounce off the wall, maybe. Shoot it through the portal, bounce off the wall. I'm a little afraid this might... hole in one, to be honest. Because it's like... right in front of the hole, but... Do I do driver? That's too much. It's gonna be weird with the TNT as well. The TNT is gonna blow up and push it. Maybe? Don't go in the hole. Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god, we finally did it. I'm gonna cry. We finally did it. Wasn't even with a drill. Finally, man. Oh my god. It shouldn't have been this much torture. It's just, we got so unlucky. It should not have been this much torture, but we did it. Oh my god. What a disaster. Alright. Let's go to the trophy list. Put this one in. Here we go. PS5. Cursed 2 Golf. This was a game we played. Actually, I think this game was for Indie Gauntlet. Like the first Indie Gauntlet. Hollow Month / Indie Gauntlet, I think is when we first played this. And then I played it again for another event because people really liked it and we loved the music and stuff, and it became like a meme because the music was so good. So we played it again, and when I played it the second time, I got all the trophies but one. So I knew for this event we should like just jump on and get the final trophy. Little did I know it would take 3-4 hours, but hey, we got it. Full run was indeed on stream. Okay, let's talk about Cursed to Golf. So, how'd this get all screwed up? Why is it all the way down there? First of all, this is a really great game. It is basically a roguelike mixed with golf. And it's very similar like those old Flash games where you'd have like a ball that you would press the button for the power and press the button for the direction, and then you'd have to get it to a goal. It's like that, but a roguelike. It's a really cool concept and a really well-made game. And the soundtrack is just unbelievable. But I do have my gripes with it. My biggest issue with this game is that it's a roguelike, but it just takes way too long to do a run. Like, imagine Hades, but every run is 3 hours. And that's not an exaggeration. The last run we did was 2.5 hours, and I skipped past all the cutscenes and, like, sped up the ball a bunch. And it was a 2.5 hour run. So, like, maybe you're into that kind of thing, but for me, like, that's too long for a run. For, like, a quote-unquote run of a roguelike. I want to be able to, like, sit down and do a run from start to finish. I don't want to, like, have to put it down and pick it up again. Sometimes I'll do that in roguelikes, but it's not preferable. Like, preferably I'd rather be able to just do a run and enjoy it and not have to come back the next day and, like, remember what I had and remember what my build is and stuff. Now, builds aren't really a thing in this game, but still, it's just too long. Like, it just feels like a drag. And a lot of the courses are just way too long. You're doing the same thing over the course of 30 minutes to get to the end. I just don't know why they didn't make them shorter or just have less hole. Like, I get it's golf, so they wanted to have 18 levels, but then the levels should have been way shorter. So I don't know. It's weird. And especially your first time through and you have to fight the bosses as well. It just takes so long to do a run, and you're really not doing anything different. There's no shakeup of the formula, really. The levels have different obstacles, but it's not like you're doing anything else other than power and aiming the whole time. So it's just a bit too much. I wish everything was a bit shorter, a bit more like quick action, and there was more to kind of do after you beat the game. After you beat the game gets really easy. It's weird. They give you like all these powers that are just way overpowered. You can keep all of your cards until you win a run. So it's not exactly the right metaphor, but imagine you play Hades, and if you don't win, you get to keep all of your abilities. Like, that's obviously insane, but it's close to that. Like, it's pretty close to that in terms of how it works. You get to keep all of your upgrade cards, which could be anything from like automatically win the hole to just give yourself more shots. So I don't know. It's weird. The balance is weird. I feel like your first time through, it's great, but once you beat it, it's a bit weird, the balance of it. But it's still a fun game, and like for just to play it through is fun. The trophies were surprisingly easy, especially for a roguelike. I did not expect them to be this easy. But having said that, these trophies at the bottom here are pretty annoying because they don't stack. So if you get a hole in one, you don't get hole in two, hole in three, hole in four. You got to specifically do a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And I got a 1, a 3, and a 4 throughout my casual playthrough. So the only trophy we had left was to do the 2-shot, and it took me several runs to finally get it because it's just so random as to whether or not you get a hole that you can actually do in 2 shots. That was kind of annoying. The rest of this is super... I mean, in fact, there really is nothing else. Just these. All of these are story. Smash 50 gold idols you're just going to get eventually, and then the rest of this is just... like, put the greenskeeper in his place is the same as finishing an 18-hole run, so... I don't know. Kind of weird trophies, honestly. Also... yet another weird case of like every trophy being gold. I don't know why this keeps happening. We've had trophies as a mechanic for over 10 years at this point. Why can't developers understand how trophies work? I still don't get it. It's blown my mind for over a decade. I still don't understand why. Like, I know that Sony doesn't care at all about trophies. It's not even something that they like think about. But there is a... like, you have to have somebody at the company develop the trophies and then send the list over to Sony, and Sony has to approve it. Like, this is a thing that happens. I've talked to people in the industry. This is how it works. The developer has to send a list to Sony, and Sony looks at it and goes, okay, that's good, and then like approves it. So why in the approval process is there not like a, hey, every single trophy is gold? Could you not do that? I mean, look at this. There's 2 bronze, 11 gold, and no silver. What is that? At least have a silver. Like, what do you mean? How do they look at this and just think it's okay? Like, is it just a joke to them? Granted, I understand that trophies are kind of a joke. Like, you know, they've never cared about trophies. They let all these games show up on the PlayStation Store that gives you like free trophies. There is some kind of thing where you can't just buy a game and it gives you trophies and it's not even a game. They won't go that far, but they will go as far as you buy a game and press one button and you get the platinum. That is a thing that is literally on the store. So they don't care about trophies. Well, what blows my mind is like every couple of years, they try to care about trophies again. They're like, oh, we're going to do PlayStation Home and you're going to be able to display your trophies. Okay. So, well, we care about trophies now? Never mind. Then a couple of years later, oh, we're going to have this system where every 5 platinum trophies you get like bonus rewards on your Sony account and you can buy stuff with them. Why are they even trying that if there's genuinely no control as to what trophy lists can be? And maybe they don't have the power to look at like an indie game and be like, this game is 3 minutes long and it has a platinum trophy, but there's nothing we can do. But they 100% have the power to look at a list of 11 gold trophies and 2 bronze and be like, this isn't right. Make some of these gold silver. Like, no, you can't tell the developer to change their game, but you can have them flip the golds to silver. It's one button press. Like, just change the gold to a silver. I don't understand it. So it frustrates me to no end that this is still a problem that exists. But for whatever reason, 11 of the trophies are gold. There's 2 bronze. I don't even understand why the bronze are bronze. I guess because that one's a tutorial and this one is for 4 instead of 3. It's just nonsense. It's just complete nonsense. There's so, like, this trophy you get for starting the game and it's gold, but then the tutorial is bronze. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. But anyways, difficulty wise, it's like whatever. The game itself is pretty hard, but you can just play it over and over again until you finally get a run. Granted, it takes forever, but like I think the game itself to beat it is like a 3 or a 4 difficulty, and then the trophies are just annoying randomness, but they're not too bad. So I'll say like a 4, I guess, is probably fair. It is not free at all. Like, you do need to play the game. You have to get a hole-in-one, which is pretty tough, but play it enough and you'll eventually get it. And then fun rating, it blows. Like, I can't really give it any better than a 2. It's a stupid list with all gold trophies. You have to just sit around and wait for a lucky break when you can finally get a hole-in-one, and the rest of the trophies are just story trophies. So, like, it's garbage. In fact, 1.5. Garbage list. Did it glitch? No. And what was our final time? Thought my PlayStation like crashed or something. Does that say 16? 16 hours? Yeah. That sounds about right. So yeah, good game. Really fun game to watch as well. Like, if you're a streamer and you want to stream this game, it's got great music. And it's really fun to watch because it gets crazy with the levels and the cards and just crazy shots and stuff going on and randomness happening. Like, it is a fun game for sure. But trophy list wise, pretty garbage. Not a fan. If you want to get a bunch of really easy gold trophies, feel free. But, like, you know, I do not condone going to the PlayStation Store and buying crap games to get free platinums. I think it just ruins trophies in general, and I don't think anyone should do that. But this is a case where the game is actually fun, and you'll get a bunch of gold trophies. So, like, you know, it's cool to, if you want to buy it for that. Like, I think you'll have fun, and you'll get a bunch of gold trophies. But either way, there it is. Curse to Golf. Should have taken us 10 hours, but the last one took us a million years because of bad RNG. I think you could definitely do this in a shorter amount of time, but took us 16 hours, and that is our 183rd Platinum Trophy.